You know what time it is. It's time to get a Boy Dude Review's opinion about the most recent episode of Solo Leveling.
Warning, heavy spoilers for Solo Leveling
excuse me.
Season 2, Episode 11. Oh my gosh, I am mentally drained from this episode. The episode begins with the Control-Alt-Deletion of Shimizu. And mate, immediately I was just depressed. You actually hear Shimizu going, huh? It's so sad, she's still alive after her head just got evicted.
Depressed? Does anyone care about this character? Or is he just saying this for the sake of saying it? I have no emotional attachment to any of these characters. She's cute. Am I gonna be sad? Am I gonna be emotionally drained? Some people are different. I'm a monster. I'm just a cold sociopath. It is what it is.
From the main body. But don't worry, Kenzo, the big muscle man, would be there to protect himself and Fujishima, right? No. Oh my gosh, I did not expect Kenzo to be taken out so quickly. It was honestly terrible.
Really? I thought that this is pretty much setting up for everyone just to get one shot. It was pretty apparent that like, this ant is different. Immediately, S-Rank Hunter's head gets cut off. I don't think like this is signaling, oh, I think we have a chance. I think it just means that we're all fucked.
Terrifying to watch. I thought Kenzo might at least go toe-to-toe with the Ant King, but just like that,
No, you don't believe this. You don't believe what you're saying right now. Don't lie to me.
I thought Kenzo might at least go toe-to-toe with the Ant King, but
this is why I watch this guy. I love it. I love his content.
Just like that, Kenzo's head went bye-bye. Dude, I was in absolute shock because I thought Kenzo was the MVP of Team Charlie. But you know what? I was very surprised that Fujishima actually had a few seconds of him looking like a bad ass. The dude was running after
He was pretty cool there for a bit. Like the speed there, him keeping up with it was pretty cool.
Sword in his hand and was ready to fight. Fujishima, what a man you are. I was very impressed, but sadly we didn't get to see what you were made of. We cut to the...
To me, from the beginning, it was so apparent that like all these S-Rank Hunters from Japan are just fodder NPCs now ever since the Ant King pulled up. Not a tiny part of me even expected anyone to keep up like an actual fight or to be even come close to like a semblance of a fight. I was like, they're all gonna get picked off one by one to completely hype up this new ant soldier.
S-Rankers, and my gosh, these guys work absolutely amazing as a team. None of them have inflated egos as to who is more powerful and stronger and who should take the Ant Queen faster. They are all here to do the same mission, work together as a team, and you love to see it.
Yeah, this squad is nice. It's just unfortunate that it's not enough to take out the Ant King, but our S-Rank Hunters here, like, they all get along. They're pretty much all friends.
I was actually quite surprised that Yonhu Bake has really powerful vision. I did not know his wolf form gives him the ability to see
Byakugan
like Neji and Hinata when they use the Byakugan. Very impressive ability, man.
His eyes are crazy, man. Like, it already had the power to, like, assess mana and aura powers. That's why he was able to figure out Jinmu's progressive and, like, progression of power. But yeah, you can apparently vision like that too.
Dude, I really love how Yonhu has faith in his team. Yes, he and Choi had some sort of rivalry, but
the faith here was complete like flags of like, yes, we can do this. As long as we have this squad, we can win. And I was like, stop saying that, man.
I love how he respects that Choi and the other S-Rankers do in fact have the ability to win and defeat the Ant Queen. And I do love how he took charge, as the dude does have the presence of a leader. We cut to two other hunters, the dude with the white hair, and the way he reacted to the stench of the Ant King. It reminded me of Cha's reaction earlier on. She also could sense the Ant King via
both are similar in the way that they can smell and sniff mana or power.
The smell. They are the only two characters who more or less have that ability. Is there some sort of connection there? Regardless, even though
I don't know about a connection, but he was trying to he thought about flirting with Cha, right, in the cut content, because he was like, damn, I can smell hard too.
Ant King.
And he thought that he was stronger than her because he needs a gas mask while Chaein only needs a handkerchief. There's literally power scaling within the smell scalers.
It's very far away. The fear on this white-haired man's face just shows us how much of a threat the Ant King is, and we have barely even seen him.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Like, his face showed fear, and it was also really cool how the ice that he created shattered with his reflection in the ice crumbling apart to kind of like show that he's dead.
This episode has done a great job at adding that extra layer of suspense and mystery surrounding the Ant King. We then cut back to Yeonwoo's S-rank hunter team. The shots with all the ants and the Ant Queen behind them was incredibly terrifying.
The usage of CG here to just show the sheer scale of the ant army, pretty good, I think.
But I love how the hunters are not at all
Something about this scene looks kind of awkward, but the CG usage here I don't think is that bad.
swayed by this. Holy moly, Choi using that fire dragon technique looked absolutely cinematic.
Yeah, Che had the best scenes of the episode. Like whenever he goes crazy, like the art style for the fire stuff, they don't fuck around with that.
And while it was nice to see My Donwook's transformation,
My Don.
I think Yeonwoo had a better transformation. Oh wow, I did
He
not
did.
expect this. I knew
We got to see like the full beast mode. What do you mean you didn't expect this? You literally called it out last week. This is like YouTuber stuff. Or like we have NPC lines to say like, oh, I didn't expect this. Even though he clearly like specifically said this would happen.
in the previous episodes he was semi-transformed, but I did not expect him to look like this. Dude's looking like a white beast from X-Men. But another thing I did not expect, which shocked me a bit, was Yeonwoo being able to control this beast form. Guildmaster.
Yeah, we thought that he'd go berserk mode, right? And lose all sense of like sanity. Like some kind of chopper monster form transformation in One Piece before the time skip happened, where now he's just like a docile fucking cute mascot.
Choi did mention in the past that if Yeonwoo was to unleash his full powers, he would become an absolute monster, and I just assumed that he may not have full control. A bit.
That's what was that was kind of the implication, you know, during the spar against Mr. Ma, but no, he seems he can control it.
Like the Incredible Hulk in the MCU. I knew that the civilians of Korea knew what was going on in Jeju.
I wish there was a chat. The chat would be diabolical though. If they were like a straight up like a separate panel right over here of chat just like reacting to like what's happening on the stream, and they're like L ant, we want and then the ant king pulls up and they're like wipe F. The chat would be so funny.
Jeju Island, but I did not think they would broadcast this entire battle for the whole world to see. I respect that. I do love how this government, this entire Korea knew what was going on in Jeju Island, but I did.
This is not rage bait because he was not even aware of what the cameraman was doing last episode. So I think he didn't understand that like there's a 10-minute delay stream coming to the Jeju Island raid.
Did not think they would broadcast this entire battle for the whole world to see. I respect that. I do love how this government is not hiding any of this from the people. What I love about these S-rank hunters in Yeonwoo's team is that each one of them has a role to play. I don't want to criticize certain animes, but usually in these action anime series, there are some
useless anime characters
who are more or less useless and are more or less in the way of the main character.
All right, let's see this. Sakura Haruno absolutely agreed. She peaked at, what did she peak at? The arc with Granny Chio, Sand People. What was his name? Puppet guy? Anybody know? Sasori. That's right. You guys are so fucking useless. Sasori arc, she peaked there. And then Yamcha. Yeah, he peaked super early. He's pretty much useless. He's good at baseball, apparently. Lucy Harphilia, haven't seen. Fairy Tail. Ash Ketchum? Haven't really seen Pokemon, really. So I don't know. But didn't he like take 20 years to fucking win a cup? Armin? AOT? What's with the disrespect on Armin? Bro, Armin is insane. Armin is clutch as fuck. Yukiteru Amano, I have no clue. Kon is just like a fucking random mascot in Bleach, right? Magikarp? Just splashing around. Mr. Satan or Satan? Dude. The Dragon Ball universe would not exist without Mr. Satan's contribution in the Buu saga. Goku and Vegeta were not enough to take down Buu at the end. They did not have what it takes to compel the people of Earth to help out. Mr. Satan himself clutched that and is the key reason why there is peace after that. Nina Einstein? Oh, fuck that bitch. We haven't even finished Code Geass, but I remember what she did grinding on that fucking edge of the table. She is such a racist too, completely indoctrinated and brainwashed by the Empire. Fuck this bitch. And Yajirobe, he helped Goku out when Goku completely passed out and was pretty much almost dead during Piccolo Saga, right? And he climbed that entire fucking pole to get to Kami-sama at the very top. Yajirobe clutched so fucking hard. I don't know who Max is here.
Characters from achieving absolute greatness, but not Yonhu's team in solo leveling. They are all useful. My Dunwook is more or less the shield, blocking the ants from attacking the other hunters. Cowboy Hawkeye uses
Range
his arrows
DPS
to attack the ants. Choi then uses his fire
range
attacks
DPS
to slow them down. And Beastie Boy and our girl
melee
Cha
front fighter
deliver the final blows.
Yep.
Just an
very well-rounded team, right? We got tank, we got magic, and we got range, magic, physical DPS. We got frontliner, tank, warrior, you know, frontliner, like glass cannon. We got it all here.
unbelievably impressive team right there. The best team I've seen in this anime so far.
This scene with Chahayin fighting, though, was very mediocre. I'm disappointed that it wasn't as amazing as I hoped it would be, but it is what it is.
It was so fun to watch. Dude, I was freaking out when the queen sprayed Yonhu and the gang with that purple poison, which just makes me so glad that S-Ranker healer Min is
As long as I'm here. As long as I'm here. Why would you say that, bro? Stop it. Fucking stop it.
S-Ranker healer Min is on their team. Yes, Min is cool, and Yonhu and the rest of the gang are also really cool, but bloody hell, mate.
It was really cool, though. The cleanse, I think healers and support doesn't get the respect that they deserve in anime, in TV shows, or like even video games. This is a really cool scene.
Our lovely girl Chaha in the Dancer was the MVP when it came to battling the queen. Her speed, her precision, the animation, oh my gosh, I have never seen anyone that speed.
I'd still give it to Min for MVP. In terms of like DPA parsing, yeah, I guess Chahayin was up there.
And sharp. I was just impressed. Absolutely amazing sequence. And mate, even though she's so deadly when she attacks, she also has this graceful elegance with
The
every
Dancer.
strike and attack she makes, living up to her name, the Dancer.
Yeah.
The whole world cheers. I love seeing everyone cheering for the S-Rankers, but I did want
You dumbasses. There's always a second phase.
to hear those extra cheers for S-Ranker healer Min. Without him, there would be no victory.
True.
About 2 minutes. Give my boy Min some respect. And just when I thought that they had done it,
You know who's gonna give Min some respect? The Ant King. By killing him first. I think that shows true respect that the Ant King recognizes Min as being, oh shit, this guy is the real deal.
I completely forgot about the Ant King. I was so invested in my girl Cha. The Ant King arrives. I better not see anyone complaining about his design because he
Everyone's gonna complain about this design.
looks great, but also incredibly frightening. His dark aura almost makes Cha go down on all fours, but she needs that extra hand to cover
smell.
up the stench. Mate, I got kind of spooked out seeing Cha's face. I have never seen her look that terrified before. This calm, cool, collective gal freaking out over this Ant King, you know this guy is an absolute nightmare.
Yep.
I was shivering throughout this entire scene. Dude, I felt so sick as the Ant King approached the queen and started to take a nibble out of her. What the heck, dude? That was just disgusting. But doing that, I think he gave
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like, what the? I thought that he was like mourning his mother's loss, but then he started to eat the queen, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
gained more power. And oh my gosh, the way he just attacked Cha the way he did. My
Yep.
jaw was on the ground. He was so fast. The animation was great, but man, did we have to see this slow-mo shot of Cha being absolutely obliterated by the
Brutalized.
Oh my gosh, this entire scene was just a living nightmare.
Her flying off was a bit comical, bro. She got turned into a fucking ball. Now she's dancing, bro. Now this is a dance. Remember that Chahayin is probably the strongest S-rank hunter in Korea, excluding Sung Jin Woo, excluding Mr. Gogan Hee. Like of the active participants in the raid, Cha is like up there, and there is a gap between Goto and Cha. And understand that Goto also just got immediately destroyed by the Ant King as well. So again, like it's not even close for anyone here. It's all up to Jin Woo now.
Just a living nightmare. I was like, what? And then I was like, phew, at least we have Min on their team. And then I was like, what? Min has been taken out as well? Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it.
What do you you can't believe it? Of course you can. This is what I mean. These are default NPC YouTuber lines. He has been theorizing the entire time that he's gonna die over. This is what I'm saying. YouTubers go on autopilot mode and have like 4 separate like connecting sentences. Like, I can't believe this. Oh my god, did you? Stuff like that. Like, you've been fucking saying it the entire time.
What? Min has been taken out as well? Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. They need him. Oh, poor Yeonwoo losing 2 friends again and again due to these scummy ants. And mate, another gut punch was hearing Min's voice inside the Ant King calling out to our boy Yeon.
Oh man, the imagery here was disturbing, especially with the gouged out eyes, you know, bleeding down with the cracked lips.
It was so sad. Oh my gosh. One thing I noticed with the Ant King is that he always seems to attack the women fighters first. He attacked Shimizu.
No. Correlation does not equal causation. The Ant King is not a misogynist. Shimizu went down because she's a healer. It's smart to take out the healer first. Chaein was the biggest threat. That's why, you know, the Ant King went for Chaein right there, okay? It has nothing to do with being girls. The girls just happen to be the priority hits, you know, during these situations.
First, then he was the first one to land a blow on Cha, and also Goto's subordinates. Come on, Ant King, man. It was International Women's Day last week. But one thing
Was it? Again? I thought it was International Women's Week 2 weeks ago. The fuck? Is it back to back?
I do like about the Ant King is his design. As he confronts Goto, wow. This was a big middle
Like, I swear to God, he made this joke 2 weeks ago. Anyways.
finger to all of the haters who hated on the Ant King's original design. Mates, the lighting, the shading, the vibrancy. This demon looks spectacular.
It does look very
Fight
menacing.
between Goto and the Ant King was about to commence when it just cut. I do have a feeling that this fight will happen next week, but I was a bit disappointed that we didn't see Goto go full glory demon mode on this.
It is unfortunate that we didn't even get to see like a little fight. We just saw his blade crack and we're supposed to assume that he has lost. I don't think he's dead. Maybe he is, but his blade shattered. I think that's enough to say that he lost and we move on.
Ant-Man. Oh, at least 2 minutes, A1 pitch.
Also, he was mind broken leading into this because the cut content, remember, Jinwoo just completely collapsed his mental state, right? Even though he's physically fit, his mental is shattered. The ant aura reminds him of Jinwoo's spar. He was done. He wasn't the king.
Just please.
Also, the fact that he said, I am the king. He was so cocky, but he's like, yeah, I'm him. And then the sword shattered.
It's just a nitpick. I'm sure we're going to get a full fight of Goto and Sung Jin-woo versus the Ant King. The team seemed to...
I'm not so sure that Goto is going to be part of the fight. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a 1v1. I just don't see how Goto right now is supposed to be included in some sort of redemption arc. The story seems to be pushing the Japanese hunters, you know, under the bus right now. I do not see a collab fight happening. I think Jinwoo is just going to solo this shit and that's it.
To be down for the count. Look, I know Choi is a pretty powerful fighter and he did do his bit, but I was expecting a little bit more from him. I'm sure we would have seen Choi go crazy.
Che is good for AoE clearing mobs and that's it. You know, like in video games, right? There's like big AoE DPS that's good for clearing out, you know, big mobs. But then when you're fighting bosses, those kind of classes, those roles don't do a really good job, right? There's different roles for everything else. That's where Chaein kind of comes in, right? Where she is like the single target, like DPS stuff. So I don't really expect Guildmaster Ched to be like fighting the ant like that, but it would have been cool for him to like kind of go in there and do a 1v1.
Crazy if S-ranker healer Min was not taken out. The way the characters in this show hype Choi up, I expected more, but I guess it is what it is. But fortunately,
I think he's done plenty. He's taken out so much ants that, again, AoE specialist, he's done his role.
Sung Jin-woo's shadows appeared to save the day. The ones he implanted in them in season 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I think Jin-woo has seen enough. Look at his face, mate. The man has made up his mind. The art looks solid
Exchange.
on his eyes. Wonderful design. I cannot wait to see Sung Jin-woo and Goto fight this Ant King. But
bro had no reason to be on top of a building. Just aura farming. What are you doing here like Batman, bro? What are you doing? This kind of reminded me of like Bleach, like Ichigo on top of a building during like the hollow, you know, like the interact with it, like his inner like, you know, ego interactions.
Songjin Woo and Goto fight this Ant King. But that's the end of the episode. Overall, this episode was absolutely fantastic. I was in complete shock over the fact that Team Charlie were Control-Alt-Deleted the way they were, and as Healer Min, oh man, he was such a good boy. But I cannot wait for Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 12.
He was watching the broadcast on top of a fucking building, bro. Come on now. Maybe he had his phone out, but why on top of a building? You can do that shit at home. That's what I'm saying. There is no reason to be on top of a building other than to purely aura farm. You don't have to be on top of a fucking building to watch the broadcast. He's probably pulling his fucking phone watching this shit. Better signal? No, at a certain point, you lose signal at that height. It's too fucking high up relative to where the fucking, you know, the fucking power lines are. It's not a big deal. Please go check out A Boy Do Reviews channel. Here's a link to the video. Bang, 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 bang. Go give the video a like if you did. Support his channel if you want. And I'll see you next time.